I just saw the Snyder Cut of Justice League, and it was as good as you would expect.
Black hole of snacks. I am a snack hole.
Because I hate myself and enjoy wasting my time, I saw this whole movie because of this line.
We live in a society.
Haven't seen The Godfather, because it's too long, but I watched this. Now, I wouldn't really make a video on this, but because I never saw the original Justice League, I thought I would have a unique take, as I've only heard about how bad it was. And yes, it is bad. But surprisingly, there were a few things I liked. The dark side stuff was neat. From what I've seen, Steppenwolf didn't have much of a motivation to steal the cubes, or at least it wasn't elaborated on a lot. Darkseid gives him motivation and builds up the Thanos-like threat. The third act wasn't really enjoyable. The effects were pretty good, and the team worked as a team in the third act, something I heard the original cut does not do. Batman wasn't completely useless, and was actually essential to them winning. Superman wasn't in it often, and Lois wasn't in it either, so that was a plus. The tone was consistent aside from the Flash introduction scenes.
I am a snack hole.
Despite the runtime, I was rarely ever bored. Now, that could be due to me laughing at the movie for being stupid, but 4 hours of my time and I'm rarely bored seemed like a positive overall. The thing I'm most happy about is that Zack Snyder was able to release what he thought his film should be. They Frankensteined his idea originally, which, even though I don't really like this movie, I'm glad at the very least that it exists. Out of the gate, this movie is hilarious and confusing. Thought the movie was going to be in black and white because all the promotions are black and white, at least like the ads for it. But for some reason, the aspect ratio is in 4:3. Apparently it was because of IMAX. So I'm already confused and the movie hasn't even started. Now, as mentioned, this movie is 4 hours long. They spend 10 minutes on establishing shot opening credits where Batman goes to meet Aquaman. Why is it 10 minutes? It looks like they just had a bunch of B-roll footage and they just didn't know what to do with it, so they just put it there. There's this random song that goes on for 3 minutes, and at this point I was thinking, please, I can't do 4 hours of this. Please, Zach, don't do this to me. Thankfully, the Wonder Woman bit is good. A bunch of Redditors are going to bomb a bank with children inside. The one guy literally tips his fedora to the police outside. Diana lassos one of them and asks for information, and that was a pretty funny joke.
A whole group of reactionary terrorists who want to turn back the clock in Europe 1,000
Boring.
years.
Not sure if that was supposed to be a fourth wall break, or I'm reading into it too much, but I laughed so it worked. Steppenwolf has a completely different design, and a lot of people say it's better. And I can see why they say that, but they just added a bunch of spikes on him, and he looks like a Doom Eternal energy, and it's still bad looking. If anything, it's worse. Level of detail just makes it look stupid. I think they say the F word twice to make this movie R-rated. There is some CGI blood, specifically toward the end of the movie. The mommy box gets stolen from the Amazon island. The effects are really bad. I swear, it looks like Gmod models that ragdoll when they get hit. It's great, 10 out of 10, that's the review. He steals the mommy box and retreats to Detroit. They shoot a bow to warn Wonder Woman or something. How do you know where she is? Hades never told me about an Artemis bow that does that. Wonder Woman explains how the world fought against Darkseid. It's simple, but it works. I liked Green Lantern being squished, like actual world building wise. It's good. Also, I just thought it was funny that, you know, they give the mommy boxes to 3 different people. Humans just put it in a hole in the ground. Diana and Aquaman also don't get along because apparently they were at war like hundreds of years ago, which, how did the Amazonians not get completely destroyed? Because the Atlanteans are, get this, an underwater city. How do you attack it unless you're in like a submarine? And they're not technologically advanced at all, so how do you fight the ocean? Did you litter more? Cyborg thinks he's a monster because he's made out of bad CG. I know in the original cut that 90% of Cyborg scenes were cut. I know it's rumored that the actor Ray Fisher actually thanked Joss Whedon for taking them out. And seeing these scenes now, I completely believe it. There are these edgy, just so bad scenes. When he starts flying, it looks awful. I'm convinced that they use the Injustice 2 model of Cyborg in some of these scenes. That's how bad it looks. There's just one scene that was really funny though. Okay, so Cyborg hacks Batman's computer and tells Diana to come meet him. So then she goes there to meet him, and then he's pissed at her for wanting to reach out. But you called her there, and then he walks away. Alright, man. Okay, you do you, whatever. One box is inside of Cyborg's pantry, which... What? They later say that these fly-looking dudes can smell the mommy boxes. Do they have a scent to them? Why didn't it smell the box inside of Cyborg's pantry? Did it not smell Cyborg, who's made out of mommy boxes? Steppenwolf FaceTimes with Darkseid and talks about how he got that mommy box and is going to get the daddy box from Atlantis. I need to stop that. That is so stupid. Mira does this thing where she removes all the water and makes an air pocket. I think they would have to add an underwater muffle effect, and I don't think they wanted to do that. Steppenwolf steals the mother box and runs away. The Flash gets this really bad intro scene that somehow still made it from the original cut.
Oh, handsome.
And in the other intro scene, when he saves this person, I think that's supposed to be his girlfriend from the Flash show. I don't watch the show, so I don't know. He breaks a glass and it looks awful. It was really funny. And I thought because he wants to keep his identity a secret, he would like move her out of the way. But no, he puts her down, realizes his mistake, and runs back inside the building. So good job. She knows you're the Flash. They also mention they are able to see his face on the camera if you go frame by frame. So it should have been really obvious who the Flash's identity was. Cyborg's dad got stolen by the Fly Dudes because he smelled of box. This was a decent fight scene. But I didn't understand why Flash didn't just grab the hostages and move them out. I mean, he is the fastest one there, and just seems like the smart thing to do. Also, how do you smell like a box? The gang's all together, except for Superman because he's dead. They decide with Cyborg's mother box they can revive Superman. It doesn't really make sense, but okay. Alfred even talks about how it doesn't make sense, but they do it anyway because Batman just has faith.
Faith, Alfred. Faith.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, is just so dumb. It came across as borderline character assassination. They succeed, but Superman is angry? His lips also don't look too bad. He beats up the team because of the fact he's a god, but then Lois calms him down. Aquaman, for no reason at all, is being cranky to Cyborg because he's made of CG. And Steppenwolf is made of CG. And you just can't trust bad CG. Zack Snyder said in interviews that he wanted people to think Cyborg could possibly be a villain, which, huh? Maybe if he didn't just revive Superman, you could maybe not trust him. But he's had the box this whole time, so if he was evil, why wouldn't he have given it to Steppenwolf already, after he just stole the box from Atlantis? He shuts it down immediately anyway, so I don't understand the point of it even happening. The climax of the movie. This is what it all comes down to. So far, it's been pretty okay. But will this fight save the movie? No. Though I do like the fight. Each character feels they have enough significance and they work together as a team. The only distracting parts is when they try to do this cool slow-mo of all the characters. Kind of like the only good scene in Age of Ultron, except I just thought it was funny because Batman is in a car while everyone else is flying. The plan falls through and Flash has to run to change the future using the Speed Force. Okay. It was good, but then they have him talk and every word he spoke made the scene less good. Superman then comes in and beats up Steppenwolf. However, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and steal his kill. And it looks like a cutscene from Doom, I'm not even joking. Darkseid is then shown planning a flight course to Earth to conquer it since Steppenwolf done goofed it. Jesse Eisenberg reappears from Batman vs. Superman, critically acclaimed film. And it is awful, but is mainly there to set up the plot of the Batman movie. Even though Ben Affleck is stepping away from playing Batman, so good luck with that. I also didn't mention it, but there's this random Martian guy, I think he's from the comic, I don't know. He only appears in 2 scenes, and the second one is just, hey, so I exist, and bad stuff is coming, just a heads up. By the way, want to be friends, my name is Marvin. I hope none of you get that reference. If you do, I feel so sorry for you. But before that, Bruce Wayne has a vision where the world is Mad Max. The Mad Max vision is a cool concept, even though it is literally just the Injustice plot from the looks of it. With Lois dead and Superman evil because of that, Aquaman is dead, and so is Wonder Woman from the looks of it, but they never officially say it. Batman is walking and being edgy because economy tanked. When our Lord and Savior Jared Leto comes on screen, and guys, I never thought I'd say this, but I preferred the Suicide Squad Joker to this. He tries to do what Heath Ledger did, and you can even tell with the makeup, but it's wrong. I guess he was just an idea.
I'm an idea. State of mind.
Now, the fact that Joker's in the last 5 minutes in this 4-hour movie is annoying. If he says the line, it will all have been worth it. I'm sitting there with this stupid face on, waiting for him to say it, and then...
That's it?
He never does. The shot they used in the trailer isn't even in the movie. I checked everywhere to see if I was just stupid and missed it, but no! He doesn't say the funny! It's like the Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man 2. You can't do that!
Can't keep getting away with this!
I can't believe I fell for it. Also, the idea of the main characters dying is cool. It would have been better if it wasn't told, though. We didn't see how Aquaman died, but Mara said he did, so it kind of takes away from the mystery of what happened. Granted, we don't know how or when, but imagine the shock of seeing him die. Or Wonder Woman, who has had 2 movies and is the only character people really like. In Shazam, there's like 7 of them now, so did Superman kill all 7 Supermans? Well, I was never bored while watching. The constant use of slow-mo, bad acting, bad effects, confusing story beats. I would almost recommend this as a so bad it's good movie, mainly because of the cyborg scenes, but the runtime seriously kills that potential. And I really just want to say this again, even though I didn't like it, it makes me really happy that Zack Snyder could fulfill his vision of what he wanted. I really hope this encourages studios to let their directors have more control over their superhero movie. I give Zack Snyder's Justice League a 0 out of 10. He didn't say the line, bad movie.